The industry of aerospace and defense electronics is facing new and exciting challenges in this growing market. With the declining defense spending, the market is depending more on technology to get the job done. On the commercial sector, the flying public is demanding more conveniences and services that bring the need for ever-increasing technology. Beginning with built-in customer management capabilities, which enables companies to effectively manage their client information, no matter if the customer is the U.S. military, a foreign government, a commercial aviation company, a prime contractor, or a systems provider. When engaging with your client, the first step is to effectively execute on creating the bid response quotation or estimate. Since every customer has unique requirements for their bid and quote processes, the requirement to create a specialized quotation is required. With CSI Sightline, you will have the ability to manage the response creation through the use of document controls and with document automation that exactly meets the needs of your client. As the bid response often has very specific timelines for submittal, the need to create an accurate estimate bill of materials and process routing to gather accurate costs is of high importance. CSI Sightline gives your engineers the ability to work up a complete and detailed BOM of all components, as well as the proposed and planned routing and operation steps. Now, speaking of engineering, as the BOMs and designs become more complex, the engineers in your organization must be tied directly into the bid and quote process. Again, CSI Sightline excels in this. By having a complete product lifecycle management, or PLM system, that is fully integrated into CSI Sightline, they are able to work within their ECAD and MCAD systems, building and maintaining their designs, while having visibility of how that design comes to life in manufacturing. Visibility of costs, for example, as well as sourcing, potential obsolescence, and approved vendors. All this results in a product that follows a DFM, designed for manufacturing approach, reducing costs, improved quality, and reliability. While the CAD and design engineers focus on the design, the process engineers need to have access to the design data so to build out the proper and most effective fabrication and assembly. Sightline's engineering board and engineering workbench tools enable engineers to set up work centers, resource groups, and resources to actually perform the fabrication and assembly efficiently. CSI Sightline has a complete engineering change control system that will enable your engineers to maintain control over changes in items, assembly details, and costs. As you often will need to hold and maintain AS9100 and other quality certifications, the ability to manage all the processes associated with quality starts up front with engineering. CSI Sightline Enterprise Quality Processes enables you to define the quality requirements up front, create the methods such as APQP and PPAP that will be used to evaluate vendor and in-process activities, as well as the corrective action, or CARs. As your client gets closer to commercial bid award, they will often ask as to specific delivery times. With CSI Sightline, you can immediately give them a detailed, accurate delivery date by using the ATP-CTP planning system. Running in real-time memory, the system plans each and every line in the BOM and routing, looking at available resources in either an infinite or finite model, and produces an accurate delivery date. As is the case when working with government entities and prime contractors, the need to capture all activities and costs is critical. These costs include design engineering time, prototype builds and testing, and other activities which can lead to significant cost amounts. As well, your customers often need to be billed for these costs in a method that requires milestone billing and flexibility of tying cost to revenue recognition that often are best handled within a projects-based manufacturing process. Being able to build a master project plan with detailed tasks and resources assigned, capturing estimated costs as well as resulting actual costs through every stage of the project. Providing accurate milestone billing details to your clients for them to be able to audit. During the bid response process, the engineering team is typically working right beside the sourcing and purchasing teams to line up approved vendors for component items. In many cases, your client may have provided detailed specifications for certain components that you must now source, and source at the right price. Now recall when we spoke of the direct connection from PLM to engineering inside of CSI Sightline. This connection becomes extremely valuable in sourcing. CSI Sightline can manage that engineering part data in the item master down to attribute details. Now it's time to begin production. Sightline's planning engine, which actually ran when you first provided a promise date for the client, runs again automatically and in the background to get an updated delivery date based on the current shop load. Your production planners now have full visibility of the entire production operation. Sightline sourcing via the Material Planner's workbench gives your buyers the information they need to source product efficiently and exactly when it's needed. The buyer's job is simplified by having a view of all items required to be purchased and then selecting them for purchase. Automatically, POs can then be created and even electronically sent to the supplier. Sightline's built-in rules-based scheduling can properly sequence the order in which jobs are run on the line based on detailed rules that can be personalized to fit your operation. We now can turn our attention to the shop floor where the real work is getting done. By enabling production workers on the shop floor to have accurate details of the production schedule, they can better perform their job. Visual dispatch lists provide the detail needed by station and job operation. As they perform their work, items can be associated with the finished assembly, even down to the specific serialized items. Once the production is complete and is given final approval by QC, the system or component module is now ready for delivery. This is the trigger for Sightline Field Service to continue to track it for life. We just spoke of the job-specific BOM and routing, as well as the as-assembled BOM. That as-assembled detailed BOM, which even contained component and system serial numbers, is automatically transferred to the field service portion of Sightline. The full detailed lineage of how the specific build is now visible as a serialized unit, traceable by serial unit ID. The ability to tie everything together in an embedded financial system is critical. With CSI Sightline, all sales, purchasing, manufacturing transactions, and all project transactions tie together to the appropriate financial accounts and transactions. There is no place for loss of financial traceability during any process. We talked of the project management processes up front, and now we can see how it ties to the financial accounting. All costs and revenue related to the project are tied together with full visibility. When it comes to reporting, Sightline again makes your job easy. Through the use of Excel, Sightline retains its key role as the system of record while giving you the flexibility to produce reports in Excel, the best of both. Well, that wraps up the CSI Sightline for Aerospace and Defense Electronics solution, an end-to-end system that can manage your customer needs from initial bid response all the way to total lifetime maintenance coverage, managing all aspects of sales, project management, procurement, planning, and production into a controlled financial system, reducing risk, improving revenue, and maintaining solid margins, all things that CSI Sightline can bring to your business. Thank you for watching.